because that's where Easy Ski is located, so I thought I'd learn more about the business climate there. Okay, so starting out with the basics. It's a country of about 60 million people, so it's fairly large for European standards. And there is a north-south economic divide, similar to how it is in the US. So the northern part of the country is a lot wealthier than the southern part. The northern part is more industrialized, and that's where a lot of the major businesses are located. The south is more about tourism, and because it's a little bit nicer scenery there. So things to avoid whenever you are going to Italy to do business. Don't talk about politics there. That's kind of similar to the US. You should also avoid asking private questions about their family. And don't talk about the mafia, similar to like how in the UAE you shouldn't talk about Israel. And also, don't criticize their country or their people unless it's a joke. So you can't do it seriously, but however, they're not easily offended by jokes. So you can say something about the country as long as it's like in a laughing way. Okay. Next thing to keep in mind, they hug more often, so it's more common there. And also, air kissing on either cheek is common, similar to how they do things in France. They don't really mind if you're late. This is really interesting. I read that it's generally acceptable to be 15 minutes late to a meeting, but if you're going to be 20 minutes or more, you should call them. And they also don't mind if you display emotion during a business meeting. So it's not considered unprofessional or out of control if you do that. And in fact, sometimes if you don't display any emotion, you just have a very serious demeanor, they think you're uninterested and that you don't really care. So sometimes it's actually beneficial to kind of display emotion in the meeting. And also during meetings, they may seem anarchistic because agendas are very loosely followed. And it's also acceptable to have your phone go off and to answer a phone call in the middle of the meeting. And it's also not uncommon for people to get up and leave a meeting and for new people to come into a meeting about halfway through. So they're very casual and relaxed about that. So they don't take offense if you answer a phone call. As far as other attitudes, they're very stylish people, so it's really important to look your best, more so than other countries in Europe. And for the most part, women are accepted and welcome. However, sometimes it can be hard to find them in the highest level positions, but otherwise they're very friendly towards American women and women from other countries who come over to do business. And finally, as far as flights, it's about 10 hours nonstop from Charlotte to Rome. I just checked it today. The fares are a little bit more expensive than they are for other transatlantic flights, like to Germany or to London, but they're still not too bad. So that is business in Italy.